Hey friends! 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to my channel. Today's story is titled, Mother Nature's Daughter.
Ruva sat on the ground looking out at the sky. She stared at the sky and saw the clouds and the birds. She imagined they were living things just like she was. Her favorite things to do was to play with animals and talk to the nature surrounding her. She would spend a lot of her time with the trees, plants, and animals on her father's farm. One day, Ruva was sitting under a big tree that was big enough to build a house on it. She sat at the bottom of the tree, leaning against it as she stared at a mountain in the distance. She felt the love, warmth, and comfort of nature surrounding her. She felt one with nature. Under that big tree, she had found her warm, safe, and loving place. One day, there was a dress your best day at school. Ruva was so excited, she said out loud, "Tomorrow, I will be able to show my beautiful big afro, and everyone will love it." When she got home, she started her wash day routine. She deep conditioned her hair, rinsed it out, and used African black soap to clean her scalp. To finish it off, she rubbed shea butter onto her hair. She was so excited as she washed, rinsed, and combed her beautiful afro curls. Ruva loved her hair so much, and she knew everyone would love it too. She was just waiting for a chance to show everyone how beautiful and magnificent her afro was. The next morning, Ruva woke up as soon as the sun rose in the sky. She ran outside and shouted to the sky and said, "Good morning, sun!" She shouted to the trees, "Good morning, trees!" She shouted to the flowers, "Good morning, flowers! Let us all have a great day!" Ruva ran back into the house and grabbed an afro comb her dad gifted her on her birthday. She used that comb to pick her afro all the way up to the heavens. She made her afro very big and round. It was a beautiful, fluffy sight. Ruva looked at her mirror and was pleased. She was ready for school. When she got to school, she noticed the other kids had straightened their hair. It was so straight that it laid flat on their scalps. The other girls had ponytails that bounced as they walked left, right. She looked at her teachers and realized that they also had hair so wavy and straight that each strand knew its exact place. She thought they all looked beautiful in their own way. Ruva was so excited and couldn't wait for the compliments to start showering in. She called out to her classmates and said, "Guys, look at my hair! It's so beautiful, round and full!" Her classmates began to laugh at her. They said awful things that she was not expecting. One classmate shouted, "You have a bush on your head. It needs to get tamed." Another shouted, "She looks like she has a bird nest on her head." The teacher said, "Oh my, we need to get it tamed." She wrinkled her face and looked puzzled. Ruva was confused by the teasing. She was so confused that she began to cry. She ran out of the class and returned to her father's farm. She ran all the way into the forest, straight to the big tree she loved so much. She wanted that tree to cover her, to hold her, to encapsulate her, and make her feel like nothing else existed besides her. That is why she loved that tree so much. It sheltered her from the world. Ruva cried furiously. Her tears fell down her cheeks and hit the ground. "My child, why are you crying?" A large, warm voice surrounded her. She looked up and there was absolutely no one. Her crying stopped. She looked around and asked, "Who is there?" "It is me, your mother." "My mother?" Ruva replied. "Yes, it's me. I have been with you since the day you were born, and I will be with you on your last. I am Mother Nature," the large, gentle voice said. At this moment, Ruva realized the tree was talking to her. "Why are you crying, my daughter?" Mother Nature said, as she magically appeared in human form. She stood in front of Ruva, watching and listening to her. Ruva told her everything that happened that day. "The kids in my class said my hair looked like a bush and that it needed to be tamed, that it looked like a bird's nest. They made me feel so different and isolated." Mother Nature responded, "Oh, how lovely that someone thinks your hair looks like a bush. A bush has pretty flowers and berries. Your hair looks just like me. Look at my branches. Look at my leaves. They stand so tall and reach for the sky, just like your hair. Your hair grows like the trees because you are Mother Nature's daughter. Your hair defies gravity. Not even the laws of nature can withhold you." I loved you so much that I made you in my image. How nice it is to be likened to a bird's nest. The mother bird picks each and every little piece of grass to build a warm, loving home for its baby birds. A bird's nest is such a beautiful thing. Little do they know. They tried to insult you, but the more they compare your hair to nature, the truer it is. Because you are my daughter. You are Mother Nature's daughter. Ruva was so excited. She was so happy and she felt so beautiful. She looked at the trees and saw how large, beautiful and big the branches and the leaves looked. She saw the green bushes in the forest, with flowers and berries. Oh, what a beautiful sight! Ruva raised a mirror to look at herself, and she saw that she truly was made in the image of nature. What a beautiful sight I am! Ruva was so in love with her hair. She was so happy that nature loved her enough to make her in nature's image and likeness. She took her afro comb out of her pocket and picked her hair round and fluffy. Her large afro stood beautiful and tall, just like nature.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell for more stories. See you soon!